Guys, we're going to go out. I need to get more black bags. We need to get packing tape, bubble wrap, and a few more boxes. Is it just the medium boxes, he said?
I would think so.
Yeah, I don't think any, the big ones are probably too big, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, how are you today?
I'm ready for
the baby
this to be done.
I think she's ready for the baby to be done, more so because she'd rather just
just go to Florida now.
Just move to Florida now, yeah. If it wasn't for the insurance and she had somebody good that could be recommended, but you know, it's the safest thing for Ash. But she's coming down with me on Tuesday to look at places because she is a big part of the choosing. So yeah, anyway, we're going to go get this done so we can get back to work. It's almost 2 o'clock. Having our last chicken and chips from Garden Caterers because they're not all over. They're just in this area, Connecticut. Is there one in Norwalk too? Or Mamaroneck?
Sanford.
But they're prone to this area, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I won't be finding this in Florida. So that's what we're having for lunch, and we're going to watch a bit of Below Deck, and then we're going to get back to packing. Hey guys, quick updates. 10 to 7 already. Got to everything you see is literally the only stuff that has to be packed. This gold bag will be coming with me. It's got all my makeup, toiletries, stuff like that I'm gonna need. Got to go through this dirty laundry basket because I'm sure there's stuff in there to get rid of. My suitcase is over there with 3 pairs of shoes on top and a pair of shoes inside. Well, flip-flops, slippers, my trainers. Got to open that Avon box. Pete's mum's toothpaste is in there that she ordered. This is more for recyclables. Pete has gone and opened up another smaller storage space. Of what he's gone to do now is he's gone over and he's going to rearrange the storage space somewhat and put stuff from one storage space into the other. And then what we'll eventually do, obviously when he brings my stuff down to me, then everything left will just go in the smaller storage space that he will keep for now, he said. So that's good. Weird, empty. He's gonna we picked up, Ash and I went out today, got a big roll of bubble wrap and 6 medium-sized boxes, and also packing tape and more black bags. It's amazing how many black bags you go through. The guys that are buying the house have bought the house. They've already got the checks over at the lawyer's office. It's just a matter of us going in and signing the papers on Monday. So tomorrow Pete will be here, he said, at 8 o'clock with his brother. They're going to take that big unit that's in the kitchen over to the tip, not the dump. It's going to be broken apart. We've had that probably, oh gosh, I'm trying to think now all the apartments that it's actually been in. It was in our Rye apartment. It was in our Mamaroneck apartment. It was in our Rye, Harrison. Okay, first got married. We lived in Pete's grandmother. Pete's grandmother had a house in Harrison, and around the back was a small 1-bedroom apartment. We rented that first. Then we moved to Norwalk after 9 months. And then from Norwalk we moved to Portchester. Yeah, moved to Portchester. My boss at the club at the time when I worked at my nursing, he had a house on the corner. Oh gosh, what street was it? It's so funny because I've been finding letters from my mum and all these different addresses on them, all the different apartments. But anyway, it was a nice apartment. It was opposite a school. Oh gosh, what was the street called? Anyway, there was a family upstairs and 2 smaller apartments downstairs, and we had the middle apartment. And my job was to take the rent and bring it to my boss and help them with anything they needed. So we got decent rent there, which was great. Then I got pregnant with Ashley. We moved out of there in Rybrook, and I lived opposite my friend Mercy, catty corner. Very good friends with Mercy and her kids. Our kids all grew up together. After there, we went to, was that when we went to Rye? No, then we went to Mamaroneck. I love my apartment in Mamaroneck, but we had crazy neighbors upstairs. And the landlords lived in New Jersey, and they were literally no help whatsoever. I've told this story before, but we had shared use of the washer and dryer in the basement, and we had half the basement each for storage, and the backyard. Now the backyard was ours because we had to do the snow and cut the grass and stuff like that. So we bought the furniture that's on the back deck now, which is atrocious, but it lived through everything. We had that and a barbecue, and one day we came home and they were barbecuing and sitting in our stuff. Her kid had come out. She had a younger kid upstairs, and then she had a son, I think. They were from the Bronx. She was a teacher or a teacher's aide in the Bronx, and she used to clop around in her heels on the wood floors. And her son, we had Abby at the time, Abby the beagle, and her son, sorry, my back is so bad. Her son used, when we weren't home, because that's when I worked I was still at my nursing then, I think. He used to scratch on our front door, so Abby used to go mad thinking we were home, and she used to scratch the door to pieces. But anyway, we were given a dryer from somebody who was moving, and there was a dryer in the house, so they didn't take theirs, and they said, did we want it? So we thought, great, we'll have the washer and then 2 dryers. So we put the dryer in. The next day I came home, this woman had put thick chain around the washer and the dryer with a lock on it so we couldn't use it. And we said to her, what are you doing? She said, well, you've got your own now. It's a dryer.